Auto Parts, physical at the Fit Stop, Wasatch Back Flooring, Napa Wasatch Auto Parts, Heber City Point S, Dorius Dental, and Bank of Utah.
Baseball.
The guy on first.
Who?
The first base. Who? The guy playing first.
Who is on first?
I'm asking you.
Now let's go live to the Diamond for play-by-play coverage of Wasatch Wasp baseball on 94.5 The Peak.
Good morning and good afternoon and welcome to the ballpark. Tyler Barrett here with Tyler Moss live for baseball action. We'll be live here in momentarily. Wasatch baseball against Maple Mountain.
Are you ready for lunch? Well, the Dairy King, home of the train, is serving the best foods with friends and family in the Valley and have been the winner of Best of State for 19 years. They've recently been named the official Best of Utah for their milkshakes. You've got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot, or you can try a turkey breast sandwich that tickles the taste buds. They've proudly been serving the Heber Valley for 75 years. That's the Dairy King, home of the train, serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
Attention all sideliners. Economists and investors have said recently, if you are saving money and waiting to buy, I'd reconsider even at current interest rates. Reports have shown that the masses move or not move based on the behavior of interest rates. This is sidelining in our current environment. With most people using this information as their playbook, it leaves everyone doing the same thing at the same time, resulting in a basic but serious future crisis of supply and demand. So, come see me at Guild Mortgage and let's put you in the game.
Tom Stone, MLS 257849. Guild Mortgage Company is an equal housing lender. MLS 3274. All loans are subject to underwriter approval. Terms and conditions may apply. Subject to change without notice.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Why would you wander around a warehouse store looking for paint when you could just swing by your neighborhood Ace? In addition to Ace's award-winning service, we have top-rated paint brands. Plus, our color matching technology allows us to match any color. So stop wandering and start painting. Head to your neighborhood Ace today.
Timberline Ace Hardware, serving the Heber Valley for over 50 years, is conveniently located at 737 South Main Street in the heart of Heber City.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Tyler Barrett here with Tyler Moss live from Maple Mountain High School for Game 2 of the two-game series between the Wasatch Wasps and the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. And Game 1 was competitive until the last couple of innings when Maple Mountain started to just pour it on. Ended up being an 8-1 loss for Wasatch. And this is a team that's no slouch. Number 2 in the state, best ERA by far in the state. And Ty, we thought that Maple Mountain was the cream of the crop, that they were going to be the team to beat. Do you still feel that way? And how do you feel about this Maple Mountain
anytime
team?
You can pitch it the way Maple Mountain does, Tyler, you talk about the best pitching staff in the state. How about a 1.8 ERA right now for the staff, Tyler? Wasatch, the kid they're going to go up against today, Jake Rocher, has a .037 ERA, and Ty, he's really their number 3 guy going on the mound today for them. So to answer your question, yes, anytime you've got a staff like that, you are going to have a chance. The thing that I thought was left to be a little bit desired is the bats, Tyler. Now, Wasatch, Blake Sweat was able to wildly keep them off balance. He had a lot of walks in the game, but Tyler, he had a lot of strikeouts, and Maple Mountain through half the game, Tyler, really only had 2 bleeder hits that they got, and so the bats left a little bit to be desired. But what I think you really like from this Maple Mountain team is late in the game they did what good teams do. They just keep grinding away at it, Tyler, and by the 6th, 7th inning, they exploded for Wasatch and really made the game seem farther away than it actually was, Tyler. That was a 2-1 game most of the way, and then Maple pulled away late. So, yeah, I think this team's a contender. For Wasatch, if I can get into the Dorius Dental keys to the game here, Tyler, Wasatch coming into this one, it's just come and get it. I don't think the Maple Bats should scare you too much. And with the wind blowing straight in from center field today, a little stormy, they've got Zach Burdett on the mound for Wasatch. You just throw strikes, Zach. Just let them hit it, see if they get a little greedy, and if they'll hit it up in the air and go run underneath it. You got to have those strikes on the mound in order to be competitive.
Keys to the game brought to you by Dorius Dental, who offers no surprises of dental treatment. Dr. Dorius and Dr. Proctor love to make your mouth smile. Learn more at DoriusDental.com. We're ready to get after it for our Bank of Utah opening pitch. It's going to be Carter Bucad to lead it off for the Wasps. He'll take strike 1 against Jake Rocher. 1-1 now as that one misses high. Bank of Utah's specialty is relationships. Bank of Utah also has accounts for everyone, from personal and business, checking and savings accounts to mortgage and consumer loans. Visit our friendly Heber branch at 620 West 100 South, and together we'll build relationships that last. Bank of Utah is an equal housing lender.
Rocher didn't like that no call, Tyler, on that breaking pitch, but it came across a little high in the zone, and it's a big sweeping curveball here that we've seen so far.
2-1 the count here to Bucad. He's going to swing at the 2-1. He's going to rope this one. Nearly gets over the center fielder's head. He really smoked that one. Center fielder took 3 steps in, ended up having to extend the glove and make the grab. Good barrel, but results in the first out of the ball game.
Yeah, I really thought Carter had him on that one, Tyler. Steps in on that ball was definitely the wrong read from the center fielder Averett, but he was able to recognize it just in time and just plant his feet and reach up above the head and snatch that in. Ty Bucad down at 290 on the season, but he's putting good barrels on it every time he steps up to the plate. At some point, those balls have got to start falling down from him just by the law of averages.
Blustery day here at Maple Mountain High School. Could see a little bit of rain. Rained the entirety of Game 1 on Friday between these two schools. Right now, just windy. Blake Sweat's going to get a hold of this one, pushes it back to left center field. Avery can't come up with it, and Sweat's going to go ahead and come into second base. Nice double there from Blake Sweat. Ball probably could have been caught by Avery, not able to come up with it, and Blake Sweat's got a runner on second base, but back-to-back barrels from Wasatch.
Yeah, another good swing, Tyler. That will go down as an error. Kind of a casual route to the ball there for Averett. Definitely has more speed than what he showed on that ball, but just kind of methodically trotting to it. Made it much harder, hit it in the glove, and then just dropped it, Ty. Good back-to-back barrels and a good sign for Wasatch, though.
It's going to bring up Riker Evans, 291, 8 RBIs, 4 doubles, and a home run. Ty, going to let you go ahead and take us through the batting order, brought to you by the Gordon Law Group.
Well, Ty, as you've already seen, Carter Bucad and Blake Sweat, number 1 and number 2 for Wasatch. Going to get to number 4 here real quick, Ty, as Evans gets hit by a pitch. Bucad hitting 290 on the year, followed by Sweat, who's hitting 304. Evans just stepped into the box, Tyler. He'll be hitting third for Wasatch and gets hit by the pitch. He's at 286 on the season. Stepping into the box now will be the DH, Crew Baxter, who's hitting 316 on the year with 1 bomb. About a week ago there at Springville, Tyler. Following up Baxter will be Grant Mahoney, who's leading the team in batting average at 387 on the season. Behind Mahoney in the number 6 spot will be freshman Braxton Fowler, who's come on nicely lately, Tyler. Average only at 138, but a really good couple of weeks with the barrel on the ball for Braxton.
Swung on and fouled off here for 1 strike.
Down at the number 7 spot for Wasatch is going to be Colton Bassett getting the start in center field today, with Burdett being on the mound. Bassett hitting 227 for the Wasps there, playing center field. Jacob Bradshaw, who had a good week as well for the Wasps, he'll be hitting in the 8 hole, playing left field. Bradshaw's up to 273 on the year for Wasatch. Another foul ball there, Tyler. And then catching today will be Dahl for the Wasps. He's hitting 200 on the year. And that's your starting batting lineup for the Wasatch Wasps.
The Gordon Law Group is your full-service local law firm practicing in all areas of the law. They take pride in saying, yeah, we do that. No balls, 2 strikes here to this cleanup hitter, Crew Baxter, the sophomore. 8 RBIs, a home run, 2 doubles, and is hitting 316 coming into today. He's got runners on first and second, 1 away after a good barrel that was caught, another barrel that was able to get on base, and then a hit by pitch. Wasatch threatening here in the top of the first. The 0-2 hits the spot, and they get him. That'll be strike 3. A little bit up, maybe a little bit above the belt, but that'll be strike 3. First strikeout of the game for Maple Mountain.
Batting number 5.
Ty Rocher here on the mound for Maple Mountain, .037. Anytime you see that this deep into the season, you've got to respect it. He's a consistent guy on the mound, but if there is a weakness for Rocher, Ty, he has on 18 innings pitched, and Ty, this is being very picky because Maple Mountain just doesn't give a lot of free passes. He does have 10 walks on the year and now 7 hit by pitches. And so he has shown a tendency to maybe be a little bit more wild, where about 1 per inning he's averaging a free pass here. So if Wasatch can just capitalize on that, I think he's going to give away some free ones today to the Wasps. They just need to come up with the timely hit if they want to get this one.
It's going to bring up Graham Mahoney. Leads the team with 387 batting average and 12 RBIs. Also leads the team with 5 doubles. Swing at this one, and that'll be fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mahoney.
Yeah, speaking of timely hits, this has probably been the best guy for you, hasn't it, Ty? For Wasatch, Grant Mahoney seems to get a different level when he steps into the box with runners in scoring position. Nowhere to put him right now for Rocher. See if Grant can get one to hit.
Good speed at second base with Blake Sweat, and also has a good lead. He's going to swing at this one that's also down in the zone, and that'll bring us to a 1 ball, 2 strike count.
Well, so far they've gone to that breaking pitch a couple times, Tyler. Kind of a big sweeping one that's been left up in the zone. Fastballs look pretty crisp and clean over the last couple batters here for Rocher. See if he comes back with the fastball or wants to go with the breaking ball.
Comes set, working out of the stretch. 2 outs, the 1-2. It's going to be swung on off the fist, foul, and it will keep the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fastball must jump a little bit, Ty. It doesn't look too overwhelming out of the hand, at least from where we're standing. You mentioned the curveball kind of sweep. You can see that. But Wasatch, well, I say that Bucad and Sweat all over the fastball.
Yeah, Ty, I think most of these guys so far have seen the ball pretty well. You got a well-hit ball for out number 1. Sweat hit the ball well to the gap. Evans got hit by pitch, never really got a chance. Crew fouled off the first 2, Tyler, and then just got a little too picky with 2 strikes on him.
The 1-2 swung on. It's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. He'll field it, touch the bag, and Maple Mountain gets out of the inning. No runs on no hits, 1 error, 2 are left on base. 0-0 as we move into the bottom of the first.
Hi, this is Nicole with Mountain Refined Furnishings and Flooring. And if you didn't know, we've recently partnered with Mattress Warehouse of Utah to bring you the largest selection of mattresses around. The team at Mountain Refined prides themselves on making your home a place where you love to be. We offer a large selection of furnishings, flooring, window treatments, gifts, decor, and so much more. If you haven't been by lately, stop and check it out. You'll be pleasantly surprised. We're located at 480 North Main Street.
Napa know-how.
Your local Napa Auto Parts, Wasatch Auto Parts at 105 North Main Street in Heber City stocks auto parts, tools and equipment, and many other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine, and farming equipment. Stop in today at Wasatch Auto Parts, 105 North Main Street in Heber City, a proud sponsor of Wasatch Wasp Sports.
Napa know-how.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Bottom of the first inning at Maple Mountain High School. Wasatch baseball taking on the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. Maple Mountain number 2 in the state. And it's time to see the Wasatch defense for the first time, Tyler. And we'll take you around the diamond here. This starting defense brought to you by A Good Spa Day, your favorite hometown place to relax and unwind. They offer massage, skincare, nail care, and unique relaxing spa packages. Pick A Good Spa Day to be your spa. Wasatch is going to try to go a little different here. Haven't seen this one yet this year. Zach Burdett going to get the start on the mound for Wasatch as they take on the number 2 Golden Eagles, and they're going to see if they can maybe get them to overswing a little bit. Zach's not going to overpower Maple Mountain here with this tie, but he will be starting on the mound, and what Zach will do is he throws strikes pretty consistently throughout his whole career. He'll be throwing to Dahl behind the dish. At third base will be Grant Mahoney. Starting at shortstop will be senior Carter Bucad. At second base, freshman Braxton Fowler. And at first base, senior Riker Evans. Outfield's going to look different with Burdett on the mound. In center field will be Colton Bassett, the senior. In left field, Jacob Bradshaw, another senior. And then in right field, Blake Sweat, the junior. That is your A Good Spa Day starting lineup.
Bottom of the first action also brought to you by Heber Appliance. When you're down to your final out and your fridge goes out, turn your drop the ball into a touch 'em all at Heber Appliance Furniture and Mattress. The 1-0 is going to be roped to right field. It's going to push Blake Sweat back. Blake Sweat will make the grab. 2 pitches, 1 away for Zach Burdett.
Kind of an interesting thing here with Thomas that I've noticed over the last couple seasons, Tyler. The second baseman leadoff hitter there for Maple Mountain. He's a switch hitter, but you notice here against Burdett, he went back right on right. Didn't want to go back to that left-handed hitting stance that he's been in. He's done that a couple times that Wasatch played him. Just doesn't look to be totally confident in staying consistently on that left side. Or Ty, maybe he's just got a strategy when you have a specific type of pitcher that he wants to come back over there to the right side. But the unusual switch hitter that went on the right side to face the right-handed pitcher.
It's going to bring up Max Walker, the number 2 hitter here for Maple Mountain. He'll take ball 1, now strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the left fielder. Was a starting pitcher on Friday, .259 coming into the series with 15 RBIs. Had a good day at the plate in game 1. He'll take ball 2.
Yeah, Ty nearly raised his average. Well, he did raise his average by .30 points. He was at .229 coming into that game against Wasatch. A couple hits brought him up there over the .250 mark.
2 for 3 in that game with a couple of singles. The 2-1, that one's in there for a strike. Moves the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, Zach's doing what you would hope he'd do, Tyler. He's out there throwing strikes, challenging the other team, inviting them to put the ball in play. As you saw in the first out, nice lazy fly ball is just what you need with the wind blowing straight in from center field. See if he can get Walker into another fly ball like that.
Misses that one again, so fills up the count at 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch goes back to the off speed. It's right back up the middle, hits off of second base, and that'll be Max's 3rd hit of the series. Did a good job of staying with that off-speed pitch. Took it right back up the middle, and that's the first hit of the ball game.
That's a pretty good piece of hitting from Walker, Tyler. just did not try to do too much. And that's what Zach Burdett is going to do to you on the mound is he's not going to overpower you. He's going to throw anywhere between 63 and 75 is kind of where he looks like he's going to float this thing in for you. And you invite the other team to get too big on their swings. Walker that time just stayed disciplined. Nice little ground ball up the middle. Worked his way into a single to get something going for Maple Mountain.
He's going to bring up Chrisman, the third baseman, came into the series hitting .492 with 21 RBIs, 4 home runs, has a runner on first base, takes strike 1. Runner's going to go. The off-speed pitch is in there for strike 2. Walker's going to steal the bag easily at second base. No balls, 2 strikes with the duck on the pond. So no balls, 2 strikes. Walker with good speed at second base. Chrisman, the leading RBI guy on the team, steps back into the batter's box. Couple of looks, delivers the 0-2. This one's going to be roped foul down the third base side, and we'll reset it. No balls, 2 strikes.
Tie that stolen base. Wasatch needs to identify that situation that just happened. A little too easy for Walker, and this Maple Mountain team is going to be one that will be aggressive on the base paths unless Wasatch can start mixing up their timing and get to home plate a little quicker.
The 0-2 tries to go outside, too far outside. First ball of the at-bat, 1-2 the count. Maple Mountain wearing their all-white uniforms, Wasatch wearing their all-gray pins. Burdett on the mound, comes set. Fowler trying to keep the runner close. The 1-2 gets him to swing at it. It's going to be a high fly ball behind second base. Fowler's going to settle underneath it with the wind swirling, makes the grab, and Wasatch has 2 away.
Now batting for Maple Mountain.
Brings up the number 4 hitter, the pitcher, Jake Rocher, 429 on the year, 7 RBIs. Was not in the batting lineup in game 1 of this series. He comes in with a good batting average, senior. See if he can push the run across. No 0-0 the score. Senior now sets in on the right-hand side. Burdett comes set once again, takes a look at Walker at second base. Walker, good secondary. Gets the off-speed pitch in there for a strike. Moves the count 2, no balls, 1 strike. Burdett gets the pitch he wants, comes back set. Walker gets a little bit bigger lead this time. The 0-1, that one's also in there for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. Wasatch has had success this year doing this, putting a lesser or a slower throwing pitcher on the mound against Orem and that extra inning loss. Just serve it up there, let them hit it as far as they want sort of mentality. And then we'll see if it pays off today. 0-2 the count here to Rocher. Walker's going to go on the 0-2. Swung on it. It's a ground ball right back up the middle. Boucade can't come up with it. Walker will score easily on the head start. And Maple Mountain takes the 1-0 lead on the 2-out single from Rocher.
Another good piece of hitting, Tyler, because it's not a bad pitch. Getting Walker in motion is going to get him in, like you said, easily. But Ty Burdett's throwing the ball where he needs to. He's giving his team a chance. That ball, in fact, had a chance to be knocked down. It would have been a really impressive play if Boucade could have went over and got to that ball. But he was close, Tyler. About got the glove on it to knock it down. That would have kept the run from scoring at least. So, again, I feel like Burdett's doing what you're asking him to do. He's throwing the ball over the plate, letting your defense have a chance to get some outs.
It's going to bring up number 2, Hayden Hyatt, the shortstop. Came into the series 244 with 6 RBIs. It does have 1 home run on the year, playing shortstop for the Golden Eagles. Coming into the game will be Cole Erickson, the speed-up runner at first base. For the pitcher, misses ball 1 to lead off this at-bat. Hitting on the right-hand side is Hyatt. Pickoff move, not in time, over to Evans. And we'll reset with the 1-ball, no-strike count.
Sure, you can hear at home the wind is swirling here, Tyler. Blowing straight in from center field. Pretty good gust. Going to take a lot for a hitter to get it over the outfielder's head.
Goes back to the off speed, gets it in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Burdett Sets. Dahl sits up on the outside part of the plate. The 1-1. That one misses inside. Runner's going to go. Great jump there from Erickson. And there's another stolen base for Maple Mountain. So another duck on the pond. 2-1 the count, already leading 1-0. Burdett 7 1/3 innings pitch coming into today. 0-1 record with a 3.82 ERA, 4 Ks and 5 walks. 2-1 the count, a couple of looks at second base, goes back to the off speed. That one's in there for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dahl putting down the signs. Now comes Set. A good lead for Erickson at second base. Gets an even bigger lead. The pitch, it's swung on. This is going to be in foul territory down the right side. Blake Sweat's going to try to get over to it, but that wind's going to push it out of play. Keeps the count at 2-2 with 2 away. Hyatt, only a sophomore. Steps back into the box on the right-hand side. Burdett comes set and will deliver. Pitch on the inside part of the plate. Be fouled off towards the dugout of Wasatch. Keeps the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Ty, looking up and down this Maple Mountain lineup, they've got a really healthy program because they're not senior heavy with this top dog team, Tyler. Seen a couple of sophomores here in this inning that are really contributing between Chrisman and now Hyatt here. That's your starting left side of the infield. One hitting nearly 500, the other around 300. Which is a good program that Coach Thomas is building down here at Maple Mountain.
The 2 ball, 2 strike count misses just outside, so that fills up the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes with Chase Johnston on deck for the Golden Eagles. Lynn continuing to push in straight from center field. The payoff pitch goes back to the off speed, misses high and inside. That's the first walk of the game for Burdett, and puts runners on first and second for the first baseman, Johnston. This isn't a good day for my paper, Tyler, that I love.
No, this wind's tough, Ty. Swirling, a little chilly too. It's the cold wind. You can kind of feel it cutting through you when it comes in.
Johnston will step in on the left-hand side. Came into the series, 298, 10 RBIs, and 4 extra base hits. Pickoff move, pretty good move. Not in time at second. Erickson's able to get back to the bag to reset it. First and second, 2 outs, 1 run already in for Maple Mountain here in the bottom of the first.
Johnston, another one of these underclassmen players, Tyler, that's a really nice player. Really the ace of the staff here. 33 innings pitched for them. Has an offer sitting from BYU. Hasn't committed yet, as far as I understand, but it's the caliber player that he is.
1-0 the count, misses outside with that one. Again, we're down at Maple Mountain High School for Game 2 of this 2-game series between Wasatch and Maple. Wasatch will be taking on Cedar Valley on Thursday, Friday. Another pickoff move to second base, not in time. And we'll reset with 1 ball, no strikes. Burdett comes set. Takes a peek, delivers. This one's going to be swung on just off the end of the bat. Goes foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. See, the worst injury of the NBA playoffs so far is the Minnesota Timberwolves coach tore his patella tendon yesterday in the game. Collided with some players in the out of bounds. And,
I didn't see that. Did they win?
They did. Swept the Suns 4-0. The T-Wolves did. That one's in there for a strike. Moves count to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's a pretty good win for the T-Wolves, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone kind of had the Suns as a team to beat at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, didn't even get a win.
And they had T-Wolves washed up for dead, Tyler. Rudy Gobert trade was being talked as the worst trade in NBA history for the Wolves.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Misses outside. Moves count to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
If they somehow find a way to win it, I don't think people will be saying that anymore, Ty.
I don't think so either. I think they're the best. A lot of people like the Thunder. I just feel like the Thunder may be just
a
1
year or two away. Yeah.
And I think that the T-Wolves are ready to go ahead and give the Nuggets a push. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Johnston. Burdette takes a peek, delivers the 2-2, swung on. It's going to be a lazy ground ball to the first baseman. Evans fields it cleanly, touches the bag, and Wasatch gets out of the inning. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 are left on base. 1-0 Maple Mountain going into the second.
1 run, excuse me.
Hi, this is Kendall Crittenden, Wasatch County Council member and a member of the Caring Community Coalition. Did you know that kids are at a greater risk of experimenting with alcohol and drugs between the hours of 3 and 6 p.m.? Many parents are still at work this time of day. Check in with your kids. Find out where your kids will be, who they'll be with, and what they will be doing. Brought to you by Wasatch Behavioral Health and the Caring Community Coalition.
Attention painters and homeowners. Premium Kelly Moore paint is now available at your neighborhood Wasatch Back Paint and Floor. That's right, Wasatch Back Paint and Floor is the official authorized Kelly Moore Paints outlet. You can now get premium Kelly Moore paints at your Heber Wasatch Back Paint and Floor. You'll love their high quality, long-lasting finishes for any home paint project. So if you're painting a single room, refreshing your front door, or doing a full repaint of your home, Wasatch Back Paint and Floor is the place to go for fine Kelly Moore paints. Stop by today.
Well, folks, spring is near, but have no fear. Country Gardens and Nursery is here for your everyday garden supplies, decor, and more. From our personal gardener to our new bulk yard, where we offer large variety of soil, mulches, and decorative rock. Come see what we have in store. Country Gardens and Nursery, 1401 South, US 189. We'll see you soon and hope to put you in bloom.
This is live coverage of Wasatch High School sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Top of the second inning brought to you by Wasatch Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, your rehabilitation specialist dedicated to your total recovery from all injuries. We'll let Dan Ivan and his team get you back to 100%.
It'll be Fowler, Bassett, Bradshaw, 6, 7, 8. Up for Wasatch. Fowler takes ball 1 and ball 2. 2-0 the count. 172 with 1 RBI for Fowler on the season, only a freshman. But you mentioned, Ty, he's had some good barrels over the last couple of games. He's gone the opposite way with it. 3-0 now the count after missing with a couple of fastballs, now an off-speed pitch. 3-0 the count.
Ty, you're to the point in the season where averages and production, of course, matters, but really what you're looking for are trends. Who's trending up, who's trending down. You can be hitting 280 on the year, and that seems decent, but trending way down because you were at 400 a few weeks ago, Ty. Fowler's one of these guys whose his stats you're going to look and be like, well, why is he in the lineup at 138, Ty? But he is trending in the right direction. He's exactly where you'd want him at this point as a freshman. Really playing very well and seems to be picking up the speed of the varsity game.
You mentioned the freebies from Rocher. He's going to go ahead and walk the leadoff guy, so puts Fowler on base and brings up Colton Bassett. Speaking of trending up, he's had a good couple of weeks, including the game-winning RBI against Spanish Fork. He comes in 238 on the year with that RBI. That was the game winner against Spanish Fork. No balls, no strikes. Coach is going to go ahead and let him swing it. Fouls that one straight back for strike 1.
Colton's a guy, Tyler, if you've got a fastball pitcher on the mound, he can get to it, Ty. He's going to get something middle in. It's the soft pitchers, the guy that's going to go on the outer half, throw him a curveball. That kind of gives him fits. But this is one he might be able to get a good barrel on.
No balls, 1 strike. He's going to swing it again. This one's going to be a foul ball into the Wasatch dugout for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Varsity on the right-hand side. Jacob Bradshaw on deck. The lefty senior. 3 seniors out in the outfield today. Pickoff move, not in time. Fowler able to get back easily.
This is the part of the lineup that produced for Wasatch on Monday, Tyler. Only 1 run was driven in by Bradshaw.
No ball, 2 strikes. Delivers. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That's the second strikeout of the game for Rocher.
That's another
and that'll
strikeout
bring
for
up
your
Jacob
Golden
Bradshaw.
Eagles.
You mentioned it, 273.
Now
Had his
for the
first
Wasps,
RBI of
number
the
7,
season
Jacob Bradshaw.
on Friday. Drove in Fowler, who was able to reach on an error and scored the lone run. Bradshaw will step in on the left-hand side with Micah Dahl on deck. See if Coach Jacobson gets aggressive at all with the runner on first. Pickoff move off the mark a little bit, brings the first baseman off the bag, and Fowler able to get back easily to the first base.
Yeah, he's kind of a little slow on that reaction, Ty. Almost looked like he was leaning a little bit.
Fowler takes a pretty good lead over at first base, takes another half a step. Rocher comes set, delivers the first pitch of the at-bat. It's swung on. It's a ground ball to the 3-4 hole. Thomas isn't going to get to it. And Bradshaw has a single, and Wasatch now has runners on first and second with one away.
Again, another one of these guys just trending in the right direction, Tyler. Bradshaw at the beginning of the season was having a hard time getting up with the speed and getting contact, Ty, but over the course of the last week and a half, he's hit balls to all parts of the field, been able to get his hands through and pull balls like that one. The RBI hit he had last time was a line drive right over the shortstop's head. He's done a good job coming along late in the season.
Going to bring up Mike Dahl, the catcher, 207 batting out with 5 RBIs, 1 double on the year. Comes up with runners on first and second. He's going to rope this one to left field. Left fielder Max Walker's playing shallow, so he'll pick up the one hop. Wasatch will just advance one base. So back-to-back singles loads the bases for Wasatch with one away as we move to the top of the order.
Well, Ty, pretty good barrels. We talked about Jake Rocher here on the mound for Maple Mountain. This is not a common thing for him. Ty came into the game a .037 ERA, 6 appearances, 18 innings pitched, and 19 innings pitched, and he only gave up 10 hits on the entire season. And Wasatch already, Ty, has several hits on the board against him and several good barrels. Bukad had a great barrel, it just didn't fall down. Sweat had another good barrel, but it was an air tie. So this Wasatch team is getting to some pretty good pitching of Maple Mountain.
Corners are going to play way in on the grass, double play depth up the middle with the bases loaded. Bukad in the box, takes ball 1 as that pitch goes into the left-hander batter's box. Kyron Stocking into the game to speed up run for the catcher, Dahl.
That's good, starting 1-0. Carter here can be really picky, Ty, and start looking for a fastball he can get to.
The 1-0. Swings at a fastball. It's a high hopper up the middle, and Hyatt has a hard time getting to it. Steps on the bag at second base, but will not have a chance to throw it over to first. So the fielder's choice ground out makes it 2 outs, but Fowler will come in to score the first run of the game for the Wasps.
Ty, that's a good job from Carter to be competitive, have a ball in play. It's a great play by the shortstop, being able to get a glove on that thing, knock it down with the body, and still scramble over there to second base, because that ball hit and stayed low. It looked like it was going to hop high up into the belly, and instead it stayed low. And as a coach, as an infield coach especially, you're going to teach your second baseman, your shortstops, your third baseman, you need to start in the dirt for that very reason, Tyler. That ball did not come back up, and if you have to be jabbing down at that ball, you're going to miss it. Hyatt did a good job to stay with it.
0-1 here to Blake Sweat, who reached on an error in his first at bat, but a great barrel to the left center field side. The visitors gave that a hit, Ty. I think you were a little brutal on that error, that you gave him in the first inning.
Well, Ty, for Bukad, they gave him a hit?
No, for Sweat.
Oh, for Blake?
1-1 the count.
Well, Ty, I think if you're under the ball and it hits your glove, I'm not sure you can call it a hit.
I agree. Pitch of the belt comes in for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I'd love to give Blake a hit for it, Ty, to get that average up, but I just think that's too much home cooking over there.
You reach base, it's a hit, right? Like 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2
Don't
away.
even need to reach base. Just have the ball hit the bag and go and play. Call it a hit.
And that's a great piece of hitting there from Blake Sweat. He's going to single down the right field side. Wasatch takes the 2-1 lead. Wasatch with 3 singles in the inning. Wasatch has their first lead of the series.
That was a great piece of hitting, Tyler, as you talked about. Just hitting a laser right over the first baseman's head. You're 1-2, and that's a tough swing, Tyler. That was something I just could never figure out, how to hit it down the right base line. I was lucky to get it over into the 4-3 hole, but that one going right down the right field line. Good job just keeping the hands inside. You have to have good, powerful core strength, Tyler, to be able to get the hands through and hit the ball that strong that way. It's a great job from Blake to hang in there on that pitch.
Bring up Riker Evans, was hit by pitch in his first at bat, misses low and away for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Evans now under 300. It's had a little bit of a rough couple of weeks over the last couple of series. 8 RBIs on the year for the senior. Good lead for Bukad at second base. Shortstop Hayek trying to get him back closer. The 0-1, it's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Hyatt fields it cleanly, flips it to Thomas at second base. And Wasatch is retired. But 2 runs come in on 3 hits, no errors. 2 are left on base. Wasatch has the lead, 2-1 going into the bottom of the second.
2 hits, there were no errors.
I'm Walker Kessler, and I play basketball for a living. So I know how important it is to have the support of a team you can trust. That's why I love UCCU. UCCU is more than a credit union. they're a true financial partner. A local team of experts your entire family can trust at every step of your financial journey. Just visit uccu.com and elevate your banking experience.
Big O Tires in Heber is your one-stop shop for tires and service. What was once Point S is now Big O Tires. Same service, but different name. We're locally owned and operated and want to help you get your vehicle ready to road trip this summer. Stop in for all your name brand tires, oil changes, alignments, brakes, batteries, shocks, struts, and a whole lot more. Plus, Big O Tires offers financing options to fit any budget or any situation. Visit us today. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Eagles, number 28.
Hits from Bradshaw, Dahl, Sweat help Wasatch get up to a 2-1 lead here as we head into the bottom of the second inning at Maple Mountain. Wasatch leading the number 2 team in the state. The second inning action brought to you by Gravity Coalition, who offers the best in bikes, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and more in the Heber Valley. Personalized service, sales, and repair for the gear you love. Gravity Coalition in Midway, Utah, or gravitycoalition.com. This is a cool shop.
Strike one to the catcher, Braden Catterson. 2:31 coming into the series. Burdett still on the mound. Goes off speed, gets the inside corner for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. It'll be 7-8-9 for the Golden Eagles. Catterson, Averett, and Warren. The 0-2, big swing and a miss, and Burdett has his first Wasatch Physical Therapy strikeout of the ball game, and one away here in the bottom of the second.
Number 22, Bennett Averett.
Well, Ty, it's not a complicated formula, is it? Strikes get outs. I think the formula, though, that you do need to keep in mind, and I would love to be wrong on this, is a good team like Maple Mountain, you're probably hoping to get Zach through the lineup 2 times, Tyler. If you can get through 2 times, get somewhere around 4 innings, maybe 5 innings from Zach, that would be a really good spot. And then they'll likely need to make a move to someone else to be able to close this game down if they're in contention here in this one.
The 1-0 gets him to swing at 1 a little bit low and inside. That moves count to 1-1 as he fouls that thing off towards the third base coach.
And why I bring that up, Tyler, is these kids are good hitters by the time they get to this level in high school. And a third time through, seeing a slow velocity pitcher like Burdett, they're going to be able to make the adjustments usually. But you are going to keep going with Burdett, Tyler, until they prove you they're starting to get close there, getting the ball on the barrel. Right now, he's been able to baffle them.
2-1 the count. 2-1 the score here in the bottom of the second. Burdett delivers. That one misses as well. Moves count to 3-1. Colby Warren, the right fielder, on deck for the Golden Eagles. Averett, 442 coming into the series. A couple of home runs and 15 RBIs coming in. And he'll get a base on balls. Second walk of the game for Burdett. And that puts a runner on first base with 1 away.
Eagles, number 11, Colby Warren.
Colby Warren, a 300 hitter coming into the series, 14 RBIs. See if Maple stays aggressive. Had a couple of stolen bases in the first inning.
Yeah, how aggressive do you want to be with the top of the lineup coming up, Ty?
On deck is Thomas, the leadoff hitter. Burdett working out of the stretch. Gave up 1 run in the first. Pickoff move. Almost in time. Averett had to take a couple of steps in order to get back to the bag. Good lead for the center fielder, who has good speed. Probably going to see some action here on first base. Averett, big lead over at first base. Burdett sets. Another pickoff move. Not in time as well, but close, and that keeps the count. It's still 0-0 pitch here at the at-bat. Warren steps back into the box, again playing right field today for the Golden Eagles. Burdett takes a peek, now comes set. Another pickoff move, that one in the dirt. Evans does a good job of staying with it. Warren in game 1 of the series was 2 for 4 with a single to right field and another 2 RBI single in his last at-bat that brought in the 7th and 8th runs. Still no pitch in the at-bat. Averett does not go. That ball is going to get by Dahl and get to the backstop. And Averett's thinking about taking third base, takes second base easily, rounds hard at second base, but he'll go back to the bag. So runner on second, 1 out, 1-0 the count. Burnett steps off the back of the mound to reset. Warren back into the box. Warren. And another timeout as Dahl wants to give out some signs. Warren, a senior, hitting above 300 on the year, 2 for 4 in the series. Burdett gets the sign, comes set. Cod walking up. Goes in front of the runner. That one's going to get away from Dahl as well, and so the runner will advance to third base on another ball in the dirt. So runner on third base, 1 out, 2-0 the count.
Those are tough fastballs, Tyler. They're not coming in too hard, and Dahl's just predicting wrong. Ty, he's going down to his knees, and rather than getting an angle where that soft ball in the dirt can hit off the chest and fall down in front, they're ricocheting off by quite a ways. And he's just committing maybe even a little too early on those balls in the dirt. Ty might be used to having to react to a little bit faster pitching, and he's kind of getting down in the wrong spot, and it's ricocheting off in awkward angles.
3-0 the count with the runner on third base. Burdett goes back to the windup. That one above the belt, 4-4. So back-to-back walks, puts runners on the corners. And that'll be a walk for the number 8, number 9 hitter, and that brings us to Thomas. Flew out to right field in his first at bat.
Ty, I do feel like a broken record bringing this up, but how many times have we seen this year where the Wasatch pitching staff actually does a pretty good job towards the top half of the lineup to start the game, and then in the 7, 8, 9 hitters they struggle by giving free passes, either a walk or a hit by pitch, and here's where you're at. You just regained the lead. You're up 2-1.
Runner's going to go. It's going to be a sacrifice squeeze. Runner advances to second base, but Thomas will be thrown out at first. Third baseman, or the runner on third, not able to get home on that. So second and third, 2 outs, and it'll bring us to the number 2 hitter, Max Walker.
It's a safety squeeze there, Tyler, and not a good one. Right back to Burdett, hard back to Burdett, and no chance for the runner at third base to advance on that ball. And so Maple kind of gives Wasatch a chance to maybe work out of the jam.
Walker's had a good series at the plate, 3 for 4 with 3 singles. He's gone to all parts of the field as well. A single to right field, third base on an infield single, and then singled up the middle and scored in his first at bat. Comes up for an RBI opportunity here with runners on second and third. 2 outs, Wasatch leading 2-1. Takes strike 1, ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike.
But to finish that thought, Tyler, it can be such a momentum boost if you catch the lead 2-1 and you come out and get a quick inning, a 1-2-3 inning, and to give 2 free passes. You kind of start giving momentum back to the other team, unforced momentum back to the other team, Ty, where they're not earning it. You're just giving them the free passes. So if Zach can minimize, get Walker out here and get out of this inning with no damage done, be a big moment.
2-1 the count as that one misses outside as well. Burdett bat working out of the windup, so a big lead at second base. Pitch goes back to the off speed, misses high, and that'll move the count to 3 balls, 1 strike.
Ty, that one might have fooled the umpire. That one looked like it was going to be really high. It was a very slow moving pitch, and almost like gravity brought it down here as it got close to the plate. That was pretty close to catching the top of the zone. Umpire's going to say it was a little up as it crossed the plate.
3-1, that one's below the knees, 4-4. So third walk of the inning will load the bases, and that'll bring us to the number 3 hitter, Cy Chrisman, the third baseman. Popped out to the second baseman. Has had himself kind of a rough series. Well, he's 1 for 3, had a couple of walks in game 1. Hitting close to 500
That is a rough
year.
series when you're hitting 500, Ty. Yeah, it's bringing the average down, going only 1 for 3. Had a big swing in his first at bat in this one, Ty. A high fly ball to the infield.
Burdett goes to the windup, delivers. Big swing, and that one's going to go foul down the left side for strike 1.
Just a long strike, Ty.
I didn't hit long strikes like that. I'm not sure how that feels. No balls, 1 strike, 2 away. Crispin back into the box on the right-hand side. Big leagues around the diamond as Burdett continues to work out of the windup. The 0-1 goes back to the off speed. That one's outside and low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wasatch 4-16 coming into this series, and Maple Mountain 18-2 coming into this series. That one misses in the dirt for ball 2. 2-1 the count.
Well, dangerous pitch here. Zach's going to have to make a good pitch. Good spot. You know, Crispin's going to be looking for a fastball.
And misses above the belt. That'll move the count to 3-1. Good hitters count here for Crispin.
Yeah, and unusual, Ty. They're signaling in from Coach Thomas in the dugout. He's got a third base coach and a first base coach, but Coach Thomas in the dugout. So Crispin takes a look over there.
Gets the inside corner for strike 2. So 3-2 the count. Runners will get a head start with 2 outs and the bases loaded.
Great chance for a back pick, Tyler, at second base specifically, where you've got a first base and third base coach occupied with runners on their bags.
The payoff pitch. This one's roped to center field, and Bassett makes the play. It was a good barrel, but right at the center fielder. Bassett makes the play, and Wasatch gets out of the inning. No runs on no hits, no wares. 3 are left on base. It's 2-1 going into the third.
Mountain records no runs.
Hey there, Heber City. Are you tired of dings, dents, and scrapes ruining the beauty of your beloved vehicle? Look no further than Robards Collision, the ultimate destination for all your auto body needs. At Robards Collision, they've been offering top-notch collision repairs and outstanding customer service. Their team of expert technicians is passionate about bringing your car back to its original glory, no matter the size of damage. Their state-of-the-art facility is equipped with cutting-edge technology, ensuring precise and accurate repairs. They handle it all with precision and care.
Chad here from Mountain West Trailers. Celebrating 20 years in business, we know you value strength and reliability. Whether it's for work or play, our dump and equipment trailers are built to last. Enclosed cargo trailers for business and fun, or open utility trailers for everything in between. With expert sales, parts, and service, we've got you covered. Mountain West Trailers is always right behind you. Visit us at mountainwesttrailer.com or stop by at 1470 South Highway 40 here in Heber.
Unlock your potential at Bonnie Joseph Academy here in Heber. Explore the art of barbering, basic aesthetic, cosmetology, master aesthetic, and nail technician programs. Visit bonniejosephacademy.edu to enroll today. Financial aid is available for qualifying students, and we offer flexible distant education options. Transform your passion into a rewarding career with Bonnie Joseph Academy, where beauty meets expertise.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP Heber City and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Top of the third inning brought to you by Physical at the Fit Stop. Do you sometimes feel dizzy or unstable? If so, Physical at the Fit Stop has good news. Falls are preventable. Call Physical at 435-654-5607 for a free fall risk assessment. Let's see how you can improve balance and regain your freedom.
It'll be Baxter, Mahoney, Faller, 4-5-6 up for Wasatch. Baxter's going to swing the first pitch. Ground ball to the first baseman. Johnston will field it cleanly, touch the bag for 1 away.
Now batting number 5, Grant Mahoney.
Brings up Mahoney, leads the team with the .387 batting average, 12 RBIs, and 5 doubles. Leads the team in all those categories. Grounded out to the third baseman in his first at-bat. Faller will be on deck. Has scored 2 of the 3 runs for Wasatch in the series. Off-speed pitch in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike to the junior Mahoney. Rocher shakes a couple of times this time, working out of the stretch with nobody on base. Delivers. Wins, goes back to the off-speed. That one's in there for a strike as well. 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. Rocher shakes this time 1 time, comes set. Delivers the 0-2. Mahoney, little protective swing, protects the plate, fouls it off, keeps the count at no balls, 2 strikes.
Ty, you might ask, well, how does this guy come in with a .037 ERA and he's not their ace? We got a couple other guys that are ahead of him, and
goes to the fastball, fouls it off down the third base side.
I think what you're seeing is the luxury of a deep pitching staff. You saw Walker go on Friday, who we know how good he is, Ty, and he's really their fourth option here. We take a closer look at Rocher here, Ty. They've thrown him against second to third tier teams. 18 innings coming into this, 11 of those coming against Timpview.
Ground ball is going to go back to the pitcher. Rocher tosses it over to first base, 2-away.
Like Timpview and Ridgefield, the bulk of those innings. And then he's also got some time against Harriman, who's second to last in 6A. And so they haven't asked him to do much against the top teams that they've faced. But Ty, again, I think it's just good coaching because you can see he's got the stuff to get wins and get outs. And so Coach Thomas has just stacked what he feels like are his best options with the appropriate lineups.
Good hard ground ball. Nice backhand play from Thomas. Throws it to first base in time. A 1-2-3 inning for Rocher. And Wasatch will go into the bottom of the third. Still leading 2-1 after being retired 1-2-3.
Hi, this is Nicole with Mountain Refined Furnishings and Flooring. And if you didn't know, we've recently partnered with Mattress Warehouse of Utah to bring you the largest selection of mattresses around. The team at Mountain Refined prides themselves on making your home a place where you love to be. We offer a large selection of furnishings, flooring, window treatments, gifts, decor, and so much more. If you haven't been by lately, stop and check it out. You'll be pleasantly surprised. We're located at 480 North Main Street.
Are you ready for lunch? Well, the Dairy King, home of the train, is serving the best foods with friends and family in the Valley and have been the winner of Best of State for 19 years. They've recently been named the official Best of Utah for their milkshakes. You've got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot, or you can try a turkey breast sandwich that tickles the taste buds. They've proudly been serving the Heber Valley for 75 years. That's the Dairy King, home of the train, serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Bottom of the third, brought to you by Wasatch Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, your rehabilitation specialist dedicated to your total recovery from all injuries. Let Dan Ivey and his team get you back to 100%. For Maple Mountain, it'll be 4-5-6 up. Jake Rocher, the pitcher. Hayden Hyatt, the shortstop, and Chase Johnston will lead it off. Rocher singled and had an RBI up the middle in his first at bat. Burdett still on the mound, has given up 2 hits and 1 run.
This series, Ty, has been all about the pitchers picking themselves up for Maple Mountain, hasn't it? Max Walker in the first game goes 2 for 3 on the mound, helping his cause out. And Rocher in this one, the only run pushed across due to his bat.
0-1 the count. That one in there for strike 1. And now gets him to swing and a miss at a ball that hits off the plate. No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, maybe see if he'll chase again, Tyler. Go with the curveball, maybe off the outer half and down. See if he'll help you out.
Bottom of the third inning action here at Maple Mountain High School. Wasatch leading the number 2 ranked team in the RPI 2-1. And check swing. Doesn't go far enough. That one misses outside. Moves the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pretty good pitch there.
Yeah, that was a really good pitch. Ty picking the spot, trying to see if he'll overextend. Almost got him.
1-2. This time he goes behind him for 2-2. That's one with 2 strikes. You probably let you
just
hit
turn
in the
and
back.
let it, take you square in the back, Ty.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Pitchers don't like to get hit, Ty. They're like quarterbacks.
And that one's going to be roped. Picks off one just below the knees and ropes it to left field. Bradshaw fields it, gets it in quickly. But back-to-back singles for Rocher. He's 2 for 2 today and has the leadoff guy on base.
Or maybe he just wanted to put a good barrel on it, Ty.
What?
If you're going to do that, no sense in taking one to the back.
Which is the more normal reaction? To have a ball come at you and you let it hit you, or to have a ball come at you and you get out of the way?
Definitely get out of the way.
That's how I was. Like, I always got, people gave me a hard time for not taking them. But I'll tell you, with 2 strikes, I would tell myself to take, to get hit with 2 strikes. But if it's below 2 strikes, no. Like, I'm on a hit.
All you need is one strike to hit, Ty. Right, yeah, just give me one good one to hit.
Swing and a miss to Hyatt. He walked in his first at-bat. Does have 1 home run coming into the series. Erickson will come in to speed up run. Nobody out, runner on first. Wasatch leading 2-1. Pickoff move, not in time. Not a big lead from Erickson over at first base.
Haven't had a chance to see Hyatt too much here, Tyler, only the second game, but he plays a really smooth shortstop here for Maple Mountain. Like his glove out there at the middle infield, only a sophomore.
1 for 5. Let's see, 1 for 4 in the series. Did have a 2 RBI single in his last at bat in the 4-run 7th that Maple Mountain put up against Wasatch. Another pickoff move, not in time. Burdette comes set. Delivers. Check swing in the dirt. 4-1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Looks like the second time through the lineup, Tyler. Maple Mountain, you can see they're really locked in, aggressive, going after balls that are even down in the zone or out of the zone like that. And Zach might be able to get them to overswing if he can take it just a little bit outside of the zone the second time through the lineup.
Another pickoff move. Erickson getting back easily over at first base.
I'm usually not a huge proponent of throwing the ball out of the zone, Tyler. Strikes are where you want to be, but just the aggressive nature of Maple Mountain here. If Zach picks his spots right, like right here, 2-1, if you're about a ball off the plate, you may get him to chase.
Instead, he goes the ball in front of the plate.
That one's going to be a little harder to go after, Ty.
3-1 the count.
Got to make it look appealing to the eye. Out of the hand, if you're going in the dirt early, they're going to leave that alone.
Maple's done a good job of reading that one. In fact, Erickson read a ball in the dirt similar to that. His last time he sped up run was able to take second base easily. 3-1 the count. That one misses as well. That'll be the 5th.
That's high. I thought the scoreboard had it wrong.
So 3-1 now.
3-1 now.
3-1 the count now. 3-1 the count. Hyatt back into the box. Delivers the 3-1. That one's in there for a strike. Goes back to the curveball and fills up the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Good plays for some motion. I think Coach Thomas knows it here, Ty. Signaling in from the dugout to his runner at first. Expect a little motion.
The payoff pitch. Runner does go. Doesn't matter. It's in the dirt for ball 4. So now that'll be the 5th walk of the day.
For the Eagles,
and runners on first and second for the first baseman, Chase Johnston. He had an opportunity with an RBI in his first at bat, but grounded out to the first baseman.
Ty, it's an epidemic. Zach Burdette, all he does is throw strikes. And then you have him start, and he's got 5 walks and 2 innings pitched right now. I mean, it's baffling that these guys that we have seen for so long throw strikes. It's just something in the water this year. And you're just playing with fire in this. 5 walks and only 1 run given up to this point. Wasatch has really been fortunate to work out a few jams. Now they got another tough situation, though. 2 on, nobody out. I don't think they want to bunt Johnson here, Ty, but I think they may bunt Johnson here. This is one of your better bats coming up to the plate. Good athlete, a lot of power, a lot of pop. Can hit a gap. Left-handed bat coming in here. Curious to see what Coach Thomas wants to do.
Trip to the mound from Coach Jacobson, brought to you by Mirror Lake Station. Best donuts in Utah, and owners David and Kristen Wade have grown to love their Chevron family and appreciate your support. Stop on in to Mirror Lake Station in Camas. First and second, nobody out. Johnston, the lefty, comes up to the plate. Mahoney's going to be playing even on the grass, as is Riker Evans at first. Bucod's going to cut in front of the runner at second. Ball's off the mark. Fowler has to come off the bag to make it, as the pickoff move does not work. No balls, no strikes.
When you start thinking about bunts, Tyler, you look, okay, who's waiting in the wings? Catterson on deck, hitting only 209 on the year, so not exactly one you get excited to bunt into, Ty. And then at number 8, Averett at 404, one that you wouldn't feel too bad about having to step in there. So you very well still may see a bunt laid down here and take a couple chances at it, see if you can drive in 2 or more runs in this inning.
Johnston did square on that one. Wasatch tries another pickoff move, not able to lay it down, or not able to get the pickoff at second base. So still runners on first and second. Evans playing very shallow. The runner's going to go. It's a slash. Misses outside. Evans putting his life on the line.
Yes, and wisely sliding in, almost as if to say, what is about to happen to me here, Tyler? He pulled back and was about to take a swing. He was sliding and turning his head. He was crashing maybe a little too hard. There's a point where you stop, Tyler, if you're coming in from first and third. And Evans went a little bit beyond that point there.
1 ball, no strikes as the pitch missed outside. Both Mahoney and Evans were very close to that hitter.
Yeah, Ty, when you get into about 40 to 45 feet, you can recover and get any baseball at that point. You don't need to keep crashing like a madman.
Evans coming in hard again. It's another slash. That one misses as well, so that moves the count to 2-0.
Ty, I'm terrified for Riker right now. He is
With
25 feet away with the lefty up.
up.
Yeah, as he's coming in on that.
So 2-0. 2-0 the count. Burdett now with 5 walks on the game today. He's only given up 3 hits, 1 run. Wasatch still trying to hold on to the 2-1 lead. Pickoff move to first base, not in time that time. Little chess game happening here between Coach Thomas and Coach Jacobson. Dahl laying down some more bunt coverage signs. It's a 2-0 count. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. Wasatch trying to hold on to a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the third. Burdett comes set. Johnson's going to square again. This time he is going to lay it down. No, it's going to get by Dahl. And the runners will advance to second and third and now have a 3-0 count. So you don't need a bunt. Now Johnson can go ahead and swing away with the 3-0 count. Got right between Dahl's legs on that one. Another pitch in the dirt. Not able to get the glove down, and that'll advance the runners. So now a base open here to the number 6 hitter. 3-0 the count. Burdett's going to go back to working out of the windup. The 3-0 misses as well. That'll be the second straight walk. So single walk. And the bases are loaded for the 7-8-9 hitters. The catcher, Catterson, and then Averett on deck. That's going to bring another trip to the mound from Coach Jacobson. We'll go ahead and take a break. Bases loaded, nobody out. 2-1 Wasatch here in the bottom of the third.
Attention all sideliners. Economists and investors have said recently, if you are saving money and waiting to buy, I'd reconsider even at current interest rates. Reports have shown that the masses move or not move based on the behavior of interest rates. This is sidelining in our current environment. With most people using this information as their playbook, it leaves everyone doing the same thing at the same time, resulting in a basic but serious future crisis of supply and demand. So, come see me at Guild Mortgage, and let's put you in the game.
Tombstone MLS 257849. Guild Mortgage Company is an equal housing lender. MLS 3274. All loans are subject to underwriter approval. Terms and conditions may apply. Subject to change without notice.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Our locally owned Ace stores are committed to helping our neighbors and our communities. And because we're in the neighborhood, we can deliver almost anything you need. So shop in store or online for whatever your home or yard needs. Choose from top brands like Milwaukee, Steel, Traeger, and Benjamin Moore. Then pick up in-store, curbside, or we'll deliver your order right to your home. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know how to help. See acehardware.com for details.
Big O Tires in Heber is your one-stop shop for tires and service. What was once Point S is now Big O Tires. Same service, but different name. We're locally owned and operated and want to help you get your vehicle ready to road trip this summer. Stop in for all your name brand tires, oil changes, alignments, brakes, batteries, shocks, struts, and a whole lot more. Plus, Big O Tires offers financing options to fit any budget or any situation. Visit us today. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Napa know-how.
Your local Napa Auto Parts, Wasatch Auto Parts at 105 North Main Street in Heber City stocks auto parts, tools and equipment, and many other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine, and farming equipment. Stop in today at Wasatch Auto Parts, 105 North Main Street in Heber City, a proud sponsor of Wasatch Was Sports.
Napa know-how.
Hi, this is Kendall Crittenden, Wasatch County Council member and a member of the Caring Community Coalition. Did you know that kids are at a greater risk of experimenting with alcohol and drugs between the hours of 3 and 6 p.m.? Many parents are still at work this time of day. Check in with your kids. Find out where your kids will be, who they'll be with, and what they will be doing. Brought to you by Wasatch Behavioral Health and the Caring Community Coalition.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Mirror Lake Station pitching change. Riker Evans coming into the mound. Crew Baxter will go to to first base. So that'll kill the designated hitter for Wasatch, and Burdett has been subbed out of the game. Only gave up 1 run in 2 innings pitched, but is responsible for all 3 runners that are on base right now. Evans on the mound working out of the windup. Misses high for ball 1. While Evans was warming up, Fowler was also getting loose in the bullpen. Now comes back out to second base. But you might see today, Tyler, bullpens the rest of the way for this Wasatch team, getting ready for that Cedar Valley
by
series.
committee, Tyler. Don't play until Thursday and Friday this week, so they'll get a couple days off. So you could realistically take each guy about to 60 pitches if you want.
1-1 the count as that one gets the inside corner to the catcher, Catterson.
Evans coming into this one has a 8.20 ERA, Tyler, in 7 appearances, but he's come on really nicely late too. That ERA was a little bit up from the beginning of the season. Over the last couple weeks, he's been good. None better than that Orem game, Tyler, where he came in relief and went 6 innings and gave Wasatch a chance to knock off number 2 Orem at the time.
Maple did get to him a little bit on Friday, Ty. 5 hits and 4 runs in that last inning. That ball's going to get away, and how about that? A stolen base on a ball that was in front of Dahl. All the runners will advance, and that ties up the game at 2-2. That was a great jump there from Erickson. Dahl did a good job of keeping it in front of him, but did get out of the circle to the front, and Erickson swipes home plate.
Yeah, Ty, that ball just barely away. One drill you run with your catchers is a no-hand pop-up drill, Tyler. That's something you talk to them about. Might sound a little unusual, but there on that play it shows you why. Dahl went down after he blocked that ball to push himself up with his hands, and with the ball going out just a little bit in front, it just took too long to scramble by, and a good read and a good jump from the runner at third, and he just never had a chance to go back, even though the ball was only about 10 feet away.
Swung on to the left center field gap. Wasatch not getting to this one. 1 run will come in. Another run's going to round third. Ball's coming from Bukad. The throw not in time. 2 runs come in, and the runner will advance to second base. And Maple Mountain takes the 4-2 lead.
Now batting for Maple Mountain.
Second hit of the day on the single from Catterson. Second hit of the inning. Brings in 2 runs.
And in to run for the Eagles, number 13, Sawyer Leifson.
Leifson's going to come in to speed up run for Catterson, the catcher. And that moves us to the number 8 hitter, Bennett Averett, the center fielder, walked in his first at bat. 4-2 the score. Evans going to work out of the stretch for the first time today. 4 hits apiece for each team. That one's going to be swung on the first pitch, elevated to left field. Bradshaw going back. He's not. It's off the wall. And the runner was held up. Bradshaw didn't know if he was going to come up with it. The runner had to stop at third base. So the double off the wall will not bring in a run. But runners on second and third on the third hit of the inning for Maple Mountain.
Number 11, Colby Warren.
He fooled everybody on that, Ty. I thought that was going out, and instead it landed.
I think he thought it was out. His teammates thought it was out, Ty.
Ended up landing about 3 feet behind him.
Well, Maple Mountain's put a couple good swings on it with their 7-8 hitters, Ty.
It's going to bring up Warren. Also walked in his first at bat. Comes up runners on second and third. Wasatch is going to play corners infield back. Still working out of the stretch. Squeeze bunt here. This is a good bunt. Wasatch is going to have a hard time getting to it. Mahoney, the play not in time. A good play from Mahoney, but just not fast enough. Warren gets the infield single and brings in another run on the safety squeeze.
Ty, what you're seeing here from this Maple Mountain third inning is why this team can be a contender. Besides the fact they can pitch well, Tyler, their bats aren't eye-poppingly good on this team, Tyler. They're just not. They don't have intimidating hitters. But what they have are guys that really understand the game and they can execute. That's just a perfect drag bunt there, Tyler, for a safety squeeze that gets a run in. You already saw earlier in the inning a great read from third base on a ball that you have really no business scoring on. Them scoring because they're in the game. They're locked in. They're keeping their heads on everything the way they should. It's just a very competitive team that they've built down here at Maple Mountain with not overwhelming talent.
Runner's going to go on the first pitch that's high for ball 1. Dahl's throw is cut off by Fowler at second base. So runners on second and third, nobody out. Already 4 runs in and still nobody out. The pitch, that one misses high as well. 2-0 the count. Thomas on the day today, 0 for 2, flew out to right field and then laid down a bunt in a safety squeeze situation that went right back to the pitcher and was retired at first base. The 2-0 count as Evans goes back to working out of the windup. Big leads all around the diamond. That one misses high. 3-0 the count. Again, Baxter into the game at first base. And Coach Thomas wants to discuss something over with the umpire.
Tie break in the action brought to you by Mirror Lake Station. Voted best donuts in Utah. When was the last time you had a Mirror Lake Station donut, Ty?
In the fall, Ty.
It's been way too long.
It's been a long time.
If you're not having one at least once a week.
It was a lime
the enemy
filled
wins.
pie, and it was fantastic.
Lime filled pie?
Yeah, so
haven't tried that one.
I had the peaches and cream. It was kind of a lime feeling, kind of like a key lime pie type donut. It was fantastic. 3-0 the count. Maybe you wanted to ask him what he wanted for dinner after the game, Ty. 3-0. That one misses as well. That's going to be walk number 3 in the inning, and Wasatch still is yet to retire a batter. And it's going to bring up the number 8 batter of the inning. It'll be Walker.
Ty, I'm wondering if that conversation wasn't just a more quiet conversation about the motion of Riker Evans on the mound. If he was seeing something that he thought was a balk, just didn't want to yell it out and went over to have a conversation with the home plate umpire. Won't know maybe till after the game when we get a chance to ask him.
Wasatch will go double play depth up the middle with the middle infielders with the corners playing in on the grass. That one misses high and inside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Walker's had himself a good series. Evans goes to Submarine. That one lands in there for a strike. 1-1 now the count. 1 for 1 today, and on Friday, Walker was 2 for 3. Swings at this one, elevates it to right field. Blake Sweat comes up with it. Runner's going to tag from third base. The throw's cut off, and another run will come in on the sacrifice fly from Max Walker.
Little details that are good to see, though, Tyler. Blake throwing that through the cutoff man is able to hold Thomas there at first base. If that goes by, he may consider tagging and going to second. But instead, yeah, I know a run comes in and scores, and you'd love to see the highlight play to throw him out at home. But what you do is you at least keep a double play in order here with the next hitter. And it may not come into play on this batter. Hopefully it does. But, Ty, those are good little small details that you're playing fundamental baseball that should give you a chance to stay in games moving forward.
First and third, Thomas at first base. Warren at third base. Pickoff move for Thomas, not in time. Baxter lays down the tag and will throw it back to Evans. It's Cy Chrisman who's now up. He's 0 for 2 today. Had a good barrel to center field in his last at bat. They just went right to Bassett. He's now 1 for 3 in the series. 1 for 4 in the series with a couple of walks. He did score in game 1 on Friday. Evans comes set, working out a stretch with runner on first. Pickoff move, not in time. That time Thomas just scampers back to back without diving back. Still safe over at first. Maples had their way on the base pass, multiple stolen bases. Wasatch trying to do their best to hold the base runners. Thomas takes a good lead at first base, keeps the feet moving. Evans takes a peek and delivers. That one misses outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Wind died down there for a second. Looks like it's going to pick back up again. Have a little bit of threatening rain over here to the south of us. See if it comes our way. 1-0 the count. Chrisman, the righty, in the box. Pitch in there at the belt for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Ty, you mentioned earlier a critical stretch coming up for Wasatch baseball, though, right? After this game, you've only got 4 regular season region games left. 2 against Cedar Valley, 2 against Timpview. When you look at the RPI, Wasatch is flirting with disaster over there, Ty, sitting at number 22. Timpview at 23, so that's a pretty big series. And then West Jordan at 24. Wasatch only up by about 1.5 percentage points over West Jordan. All 3 of those schools would be in the tournament, so the one you're really looking at is East at 25. It's about 2 percentage points behind you.
3-1 the count after he misses outside with a couple of pitches. And the 4 remaining games, Ty, are 4 games in 6 days. They'll play Thursday, Friday this week, and then Monday, Tuesday the week after. So kind of rack up a lot of games in a short period of time, trying to get ready for that state tournament. The 3-1, this one's elevated high to left field. Bradshaw going back, settles underneath it. Will make the catch. It's deep enough for the runner on third base to score, so that'll be the 6th run in the inning. A sacrifice fly there for Chrisman. Thomas will go back to the bag at first.
Now batting for Maple Mountain, number 27, Jake.
That's a good pitch there from Riker. Getting the out and just serving up fly balls. That's where Wasatch has found most of their outs today. Getting Maple Mountain to try to overswing, hit a high fly ball.
He's going to bring up Jake Rocher. 2 for 2 today. Came into this game hitting over 400. Has 8 RBIs now on the year. Has had an RBI and scored. Actually led off this inning with a single to left field. Pickoff move not in time.
So back to that conversation, Tyler, as you start watching for the state tournament, what would it take for Wasatch not to make the state tournament here? Top 24 teams go. So obviously they would need to fall 3 spots here in the last week. So if you lose all 4 of your games, that's going to put you in a tough spot right there. What's going to happen over this next stretch, as we have ball 1 there, Ty, is Cedar Valley is in the bottom half of the rankings. Tyler, number 17, Timpview at number 23. It's going to hurt your opponent's winning percentage. And so Wasatch, even with wins, could see their percentage potentially drop. So you got to put, really, what do you think, 2 wins on the board over the next 4 if you want to safely secure a spot into the tournament?
Yeah, I think you need 2. Now, Cedar Valley and Timpview, Wasatch could sweep both of those series as 2. Definitely beatable games there. They've already played Cedar Valley once out at St. George the second weekend. Haven't seen Timpview, but a better Timpview team. Timpview used to be kind of the bottom of the barrel group, but they've
I'll tell you, it was an auto win with 20 runs is how Timpview used to be. Not anymore.
That's not going to be the case. But you're right, Ty. Wasatch has not been able to get wins against region opponents, but all of these region opponents have such good winning percentage that it hasn't hurt them because of that opponent's win percentage. Cedar Valley and Timpview, that will not be the case. 3-1 now the count as the 3-0 pitch is in there for a strike.
You start looking at some of the other teams. Granger sitting at number 26, Ty. They've got 6 games left, 3 against Taylorsville and 3 against Cypress. Cypress number 8, Taylorsville number 18.
This is going to be elevated to right center field. Blake Sweat going back and makes the grab. No, the ball popped loose. Is the ball down? Not sure what happened there. The ball is loose, so Thomas, who stopped halfway to third base, is going to run into third base. And Blake Sweat kind of has palms up, but kind of agree with the umpire, Ty. He had it in his glove, went down to the ground, and when he went down to the ground, we could see the ball on the dirt. So as it stands right now, runners on first and third with 2 outs. It was a good barrel to the right center field side for Rocher. Looked like Sweat came up with it.
Ty, this umpire in the field is one of the best, though, that we've had. He's excellent. I cannot recall in all our years being around Wasatch baseball, and we're going on 2 decades here, ever feeling like this umpire has done something that gets us riled up or made a wrong decision. He's earned the trust out there on the field over the years with Wasatch.
How did you rule that one in the book, Ty?
Ty, it's a single. That was a great effort by Blake, Ty. He's fully extended, diving, falling down to the ground. That's going to be a single on that one.
5th hit of the inning, 7th hit of the day for Maple Mountain. They lead 7-2. That's the 2nd hit of the inning there for the pitcher Rocher. Single to left field, single to right field. His 3rd hit on the day as he singled to every part of the field now. He's going to bring up Hayden Hyatt. He's walked twice and scored this inning. 1st and 3rd defense being put on by Dahl. Wasatch trying to get out of what has been a rough inning. 11th batter of the inning now up for Maple Mountain. Evans comes set, takes a peek, delivers on the slide step. Runner's going to go on a delayed steal, takes the bag easily. So 1 ball, no strikes, and runners on 2nd and 3rd. It'll be Erickson as the speed-up guy once again for Rocher. He's had a busy day with Rocher going 3 for 3. Working out of the windup now is Evans. He'll miss high for ball 2. 2-0 now the count.
Ty, continuing that RPI conversation, East is the other team. that's chasing right now, so you're really watching Granger and East.
Ball's going to be roped, but Grant Mahoney comes up with the line drive grab, and Wasatch finally gets out of the inning. 6 runs come in on 5 hits, no errors, and 2 runnings are left on base. It's 7-2 as we go into the 4th.
Attention painters and homeowners. Premium Kelly Moore paint is now available at your neighborhood Wasatch Back Paint and Floor. That's right, Wasatch Back Paint and Floor is the official authorized Kelly Moore Paints outlet. You can now get premium Kelly Moore paints at your Heber Wasatch Back Paint and Floor. You'll love their high quality, long-lasting finishes for any home paint project. So if you're painting a single room, refreshing your front door, or doing a full repaint of your home, Wasatch Back Paint and Floor is the place to go for fine Kelly Moore paints. Stop by today.
Well, folks, spring is near, but have no fear. Country Gardens and Nursery is here for your everyday garden supplies, decor, and more. From our personal gardener to our new bulk yard, where we offer large variety of soil, mulches, and decorative rock. Come see what we have in store. Country Gardens and Nursery, 1401 South, US 189. We'll see you soon and hope to put you in bloom.
I'm Walker Kessler, and I play basketball for a living. So I know how important it is to have the support of a team you can trust. That's why I love UCCU. UCCU is more than a credit union. They're a true financial partner, a local team of experts your entire family can trust at every step of your financial journey. Just visit uccu.com and elevate your banking experience.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Top of the 4th inning action, Wasatch trailing 7-2, brought to you by Gravity Coalition, offering the best in bike, ski, snowboards, skateboards, and more in the Heber Valley. Personalized service, sales, and repair. For the gear you love, Gravity Coalition in Midway, Utah, or gravitycoalition.com. This is a cool shop. 2-0 the count here. It's going to be 7-8-9. Bassett, Bradshaw, Dahl to lead it off for Wasatch. Bassett struck out in his first at-bat swinging. Rocher still on the mound for Maple Mountain. Misses with 3 straight outside. Moves count to 3-0. Ty, if you the big talk is that the NHL team is already sold out of the ticket deposits, right? So let's say you win the sweepstakes, and they say, all right, you can pick any of the 3. Jazz, the NHL team, and let's say the Utah has an MLB team, and you get season tickets to one of the 3. What are you taking out of the 3?
I'm probably going to take the MLB on that, Tyler. I love going and watching a good MLB game.
Swing and a miss. That moves the count to 3-2 after taking strike 1 on the 3-0 count. 3-2
like
the count.
An important part of your sports experience is the food, Tyler, and baseball. It just gives you a little more opportunity to enjoy the game and some food, some nachos. Hockey's rowdy. Hard to enjoy that food when you're banging on the glass, Tyler, and spilling your drinks or your nachos or whatever else it might be.
Third walk of the game for Rocher as Bassett takes ball 4 on the full count pitch. That'll bring up Bradshaw. He has one of Wasatch's 3 hits in the day, also scored. His hit went through the 3-4 hole back in the 2nd inning. Came in with a .273 batting average to the game today with 1 RBI. Bassett's going to take the lead over at first base. An okay lead. Pickoff move. Gets back easily. It's just a lot of games, but I guess you can sell the tickets. Is that what you're thinking? But
yeah,
at the
but
same
I hope
time,
they do that here with hockey, Tyler. I think a lot of these people that will put deposits on, I can't imagine over 22,000 families here in Utah are season hockey ticket holders.
No.
And I think they're planning on poaching those tickets out to other people, and that bugs me when people do that with sports tickets, Tyler. It just drives up the price for your regular consumers that would just want to go to 1 or 2 games per year. I wish they had protections against that.
0-1 the count. It's going to be a ground ball. Nice play from Johnston. Touches the bag, throws it to second base. Hyatt lays down the tag. And a nice 3-6 double play on the ground ball to the first baseman.
And your shortstop, Hayden Hyatt.
That's textbook, Ty. You practice those in practice and in and outs. You don't get those opportunities too often, but ground ball right at the first baseman who's holding the runner on, just turns and pivots, takes 1 step on the bag, and then throws a good strike over to second. But you got to lay the tag down as it's no longer a force, and Hyatt does that to perfection.
Strike one here to Micah Dahl. He singled the left field in his first at bat. Wasatch started that second inning with a walk, strikeout, and then single. Was able to get 2 runs. Swing and a miss there, moves the count to no balls and 2 strikes. To the count, the pitch. It's going to be a high chopper. Third baseman Chrisman comes across, makes the grab, throws it across the diamond in plenty of time. And that's the second 1-2-3 inning of the ball game. It's still 7-2 as we move into the bottom of the 4th.
Unlock your potential at Bonnie Joseph Academy here in Heber. Explore the art of barbering, basic aesthetic, cosmetology, master aesthetic, and nail technician programs. Visit bonniejosephacademy.edu to enroll today. Financial aid is available for qualifying students, and we offer flexible distant education options. Transform your passion into a rewarding career with Bonnie Joseph Academy, where beauty meets expertise.
Hey there, Heber City. Are you tired of dings, dents, and scrapes ruining the beauty of your beloved vehicle? Look no further than Robards Collision, the ultimate destination for all your auto body needs. At Robards Collision, they've been offering top-notch collision repairs and outstanding customer service. Their team of expert technicians is passionate about bringing your car back to its original glory, no matter the size of damage. Their state-of-the-art facility is equipped with cutting-edge technology, ensuring precise and accurate repairs. They handle it all with precision and care.
Chad here from Mountain West Trailers. Celebrating 20 years in business, we know you value strength and reliability. Whether it's for work or play, our dump and equipment trailers are built to last. Enclosed cargo trailers for business and fun, or open utility trailers for everything in between. With expert sales, parts, and service, we've got you covered. Mountain West Trailers is always right behind you. Visit us at mountainwesttrailer.com or stop by at 1470 South Highway 40 here in Heber.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Bottom of the 4th brought to you by Heber Appliance. When you're down to your final out and your fridge goes out, turn your drop the ball into a touch 'em all. At Heber Appliance, increase your at-home satisfaction with your Heber Appliance furniture and mattress.
Ty, looks like Max Livingston's going to insert into the game for Crew Baxter. So Baxter will be down for the day now. Livingston comes in, going to try to chew up a few of these innings. As you noted, a lot of games coming up in the future for Wasatch. 4 games in 6 days starting on Thursday, and 4 very important games for Wasatch's state tournament hopes. So Max is going to get a chance here to try to spread out some of this pitching staff need over the next week. Evans goes back to first base, still in the outfield. Bassett is in center, Bradshaw on left, and Sweat stays in right field. Going around the rest of the defensive subs, Ty, everything's the same as how we started. Dahl still back at catcher, Mahoney at third, Bucat at short, Fowler at second, and Riker Evans at first base.
6, 7, 8 up for Maple Mountain here in the bottom of the 4th. They lead 7-2 after putting up 6 runs in the bottom of the 3rd. It'll be Johnston, Catterson, Averett. Johnston is 0 for 1 with a walk, but did score. So Ty, going back to the question, switch this question around a little bit. You win a sweepstakes, and you get to pick one team to go watch a series against. So you got the Utah MLB team, and they say, hey, you can pick any series you want, any team in the MLB to have a 3-game series. Who are you going to go watch? Who's the team that you want to watch?
Probably going to pick the Dodgers, Tyler. I think Shohei's the ticket to go see right now.
Over your Braves, your beloved Braves. They've got the MVP on their team, Ty.
I'm just assuming that Salt Lake team's going to be in the NL, and I'm going to get 6 or 7 chances to watch the Braves coming through every year, Ty.
So you want to go watch Ohtani?
Guess you can say the same thing with the Dodgers, though, couldn't you, coming through?
They're in the NL too, Ty, if you didn't know. Do they have the NLAL? They don't even have, interleague play anymore, don't they? Just play
they still have it a little bit, yeah.
1-1 the count?
In fact, from what I understand, Coach Clint Kelly, who bought those Yankees tickets at the baseball auction this year, is going to get to watch my beloved Braves over there in New York.
Yankees. That'd be a great series. 1-1, that one's in the dirt for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Max Livingston on the mound for Wasatch. Saw a little bit of him down in St. George the second weekend. Yeah,
Ty, I think Max has a nice future here for Wasatch. Only a sophomore. He's Got a good live arm.
That one misses high. 3-1. Now the count, working out of the stretch.
What about you? Who would you pick to go watch?
Probably the Phillies.
Phillies?
You got Bryce Harper, Trey Turner.
You just watch Bryce Harper strike
Brandon
out 3
Marsh.
times and maybe hit 1 home run over the series.
Well, he'll probably hit one. This is going to be a base knock through the 3-4 hole for Johnston. For Hopper that gets through the 3-4 hole. And once again, Maple Mountain has the leadoff guy on base.
It's a good question, though, Tyler. Do you go for the classic, like Red Sox or the Yankees? Dodgers is another one of those classic ones.
Yeah, so you pick 5 guys that you feel like would be the funnest guys to watch. So you got Ohtani. I think
Acuna is on that list,
I think
Tyler.
Aaron Judge kind of having a down year, but when he's on, Ty, he's a fun guy to watch. I know you're making fun of Bryce. I think Bryce Harper's still a fun guy to watch there as well. Check swing. It's going to be a ground ball to the backhand side of Evans. Evans, the Bukad back to first. Not in time. So the fielder's choice ground out gives Wasatch their first out on the 3-6 put out. Wasatch has one away with still a guy on first base.
Well, that's a good question, Tyler. I mean, who do you want to see? There's always excitement about the young players. I'll tell you one I'd like to see is Holiday coming up with the Orioles right now. I think that Orioles team would be a sneaky good series to go watch. Got some good players. But Holiday, did you see him in spring training beat out that hard ground ball to the shortstop? Oh, my goodness, the tools, Tyler, from him. He's impressive.
Another sneaky one is De La Cruz of the Reds. It'd be fun to watch
Yeah.
him live.
Yeah.
He's a fun guy to watch. I'll tell you what.
What if you...
Runner goes. It's a little hit and run action. It's going to be a foul ball down the third base side.
What if you flip it? Which one would you just give away if you won the series and you're not going? What are your giveaway tickets?
Oh, the A's.
The A's, yeah, it has to be
anybody
the A's,
on
right?
A's
Top
right
of the
now.
list, the Oakland A's.
I'll tell you what's missing out in the MLB, Ty, is name a pitcher that you would love to go watch on the mound. So, I mean, you go back in the day, love to go see Maddox, Randy Johnson, right, Roger Clemens. Is there a pitcher in the majors right now they're like, man, that's must-see. I'm going to go watch
Shohei when he's throwing, Ty.
That's
the guy I want to see.
He doesn't have anything. He's not pitching this year. Is there another guy that you could even name? I can't even name
I don't know if you have the surefire Hall of Fame guy that pops up into your mind right now, right, like you did with Randy Johnson or Roger Clemens or Doc Holliday.
Maybe Clayton Kershaw still. Go watch Kershaw later
but
in his
he's
career.
kind of fading, isn't he, here late in his career?
But
he's still Kershaw
Hall of
type.
Famer, right? Like, you still get a chance to see Hall of Famer out on the mound. But I mean, that's just a dying.
There's
It's a
some
dying
good
breed,
ones.
right?
I tell you, it's so hard to keep up sometimes with the injuries. Like Strider on the Braves, right? He's a pretty good one, but he's been dealing with some arm injuries this year.
1-1 the count as it is Catterson. No, not Catterson. Oh, Averett. Sorry, Averett on the mound. Averett in the box. He doubled to left field in his last at bat and scored. He's 1 for 1 on the day with a walk. Now has 15 RBIs on the year. Does have a couple of home runs. Hit it off the wall in his last at bat in the left field. Pickoff move, not in time. The 1-1. Runner's going to go. A hit and run that's elevated to right field. Pushing Blake Sweat back. He's not going to get to it. He's going to one-hop the fence in right field. Runner's going to try to score from first. Bukad didn't know that the runner was scoring from third, so no throw home. And another double from Averett. That's his second double on the day. Brings in a run. It's now 8-2.
Now batting for the Eagles, number 11.
It's a pretty good barrel there, Ty, from Averett. He's sneaky, and this is, again, I feel like a good strategy for a coaching staff that's trying to build a contending team. Your 8-9 hitters that a lot of times people will think are just not your best hitters because they're down in the lineup. That's where you put some of your best hitters, and you're seeing that here with Averett. Tyler, he hits over 400 on the year, and you've seen good barrels here, and you kind of take the heart out from the other team. If you get your 8-9 hitters on, get back to the top of the lineup, and then you just kind of have that expectation, the momentum with those top hitters that they're going to produce for you, and you can really take the wheel out of a lot of teams.
One out is the runner on second base, and it's going to be the number 9 hitter, Colby Warren, laid down a perfect safety squeeze drag in his last at bat, RBI and a single. Comes up the runner on second base, a good lead here from Averett, who has good speed playing center field. That one's going to be in the dirt. Dahl, good job bouncing up. Smothers it, keeps the runner at second base.
Would you show up for Justin Verlander game, Tyler?
Yeah. So Scherzer, Verlander, Kershaw, but those are all tail end of their career.
Yeah, but those are kind of your Hall of Fame
be the
guys, right?
Yeah. 1-0 the count here to Warren. Will look, slide, step, delivery. It's a ground ball right back up the middle. Livingston can't get it. It's going to go off at second base into the outfield. Run will come in to make it 9-2. And an unfortunate play there for Wasatch and a single from Warren. He now has 2 RBIs on the day.
Second time ground balls hit the bag today, going back up the middle, Tyler. Just don't see that often, but it's gotten it twice. Fowler and Bukad were both over there ready to scoop that up and have a chance at first base, but the ricochet off the bag took it away from him.
It's going to bring us to the top of the order. A.J. Thomas flew out to right field, sacrifice bunt, and walk in his 3 at-bats. Pickoff move. Pretty good lead over there from Warren. Throw was a little bit off, or else they probably would have had a chance. Slide step delivery, runner's going to go, and another easy stolen base. That ball was in the dirt, so another runner in scoring position with 1 out.
Yeah, Ty, asking yourself why stealing 9-2. Explain a little bit the strategy there on that one, Ty.
Well, you just preserve arms if you can get up to that 10 runs, Ty, and frankly, it's baseball. You're not Wasatch or Maple just scored 6 in the last inning. There's no time limit, and so you can score as many as you need to.
You just keep playing, right? You got to keep playing, only in the bottom of the 4th. But you're exactly right. I feel like right now Maple kind of has that blood in the water shark mentality. That's how this game feels. Maple's got 8 runs over the last 1 1/3 innings, and they're feeling like they can put Wasatch away. If they can find a way to get a few more runs on the board in this inning, they only need 3 outs, and then this game's all of a sudden over.
Big swing and a miss here from Thomas, so 2-1 the count with the runner on second base. Switch gears, type basketball, so you take the Jazz tickets and you have the option of watching any team. Which team you watch and that comes in to watch the
Ooh, that's an interesting question, Tyler. Who's the big draw in the NBA? That's kind of what you're asking right now?
And your promise that they'll actually play. I mean, that's part of the NBA problem is you pick the Lakers, and who knows if LeBron's going to play. LeBron's not as bad as some of the other ones.
He is in Utah. He doesn't play in Utah. Not since Santiago Gaines took his soul away, Tyler, in Utah with that game winner 10 to 12 years ago.
Another ball in the dirt allows the runner to advance to third. So runner on third base, 1 out, and a full count here to Thomas.
Oh, Ty, now I got to start kind of working my way through the NBA. You've switched sports on me. Right away, Tyler, I think the Phoenix Suns are loaded with talent that you'd like to watch. But you brought up the Timberwolves. I think the Timberwolves would be a very, very entertaining team to watch.
3-2 team fouled off.
I'm not as excited about watching as other people as the Nuggets. I think they're a fun team, Tyler, but I like watching, something electric. Golden State Warriors getting up and down the court, Blake Griffin above the rim, Lob City. The Nuggets are just the big fundamental,
Another miss inside, and that'll be ball 4. That's the 8th Walker hit by pitch in the game today.
Kind of like go back. I'm going to take you back 20 years. You going to buy tickets to go watch Tim Duncan, or are you going to buy tickets to watch Kobe Bryant? Probably going to go with Kobe, right? That's who you'd want to watch. That's kind of like the Nuggets to me, or the Tim Duncan, the big fundamental.
Yeah. I actually went to a Spurs-Nuggets game down in San Antonio. And, it wasn't that exciting of a game. Although I do enjoy Jokic is pretty fun, Ty. They let
basketball.
him run the offense, and he has some pretty nice passes. Former water polo player, does a pretty good job. Delayed steal here from Thomas, reaches easily, and so 1 out, runners on second and third. That pitch is in there for a strike, so no balls, 1 strike. It's Walker, who is 1 for 1 on the day with the sacrifice fly RBI, also scored on a single up the middle in his first at-bat. The 0-1 pitch, swung on, another base knock through the 3-4 hole. 1 run will come in. Thomas is going to get waved in. Sweat, the throw in from right field is not in time, and it's now an 11-2 lead on the 1 out, 2 RBI single from Max Walker.
Now batting for Maple Mountain, number 12, Cy Christmas.
He's having himself a heck of a series, Ty. Now 5 hits in the series for Walker going back to game 1. 4 hits. He was 2 for 3 in game 1 and is now 2 for 2 in game 2.
Yeah, and obviously, Tyler, this one means more to him. Having played for Wasatch last year, moving late, he's got a relationship with these guys on Wasatch. They've been trash-talking each other for months. He's had this one circled and marked, and he's delivered, Tyler. He's a competitive kid. And you get him out there on the diamond, and he shows it.
11-2, so that 10 run is right around the corner. Wasatch trying to minimize, has given up 6 and 4 in the last 2 innings. Livingston's come in and thrown strikes. Has faced 6 batters, only 1 walk. He's only been able to get 1 out. That pitch misses upstairs for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Wimbayama, is he a draw for you yet, Ty, to go and see Wimbayama? 1-0
yeah,
the count.
he'd be interesting to watch, Ty.
That ball is a roped, and that one's not coming back. And that's going to be a 2-run home run. I still don't even see where that thing landed. Did that go into the chapel over there?
Ty went between the scoreboard and the second fence over there. Yeah, between the scoreboard and the second fence, kind of by the foul pole. So no doubter off the bat for Chrisman. From the rumor, Ty, I haven't been able to verify this, but the 18-year-old sophomore is what they were potentially saying. Might have been held back a couple years to be a little bigger. He is a pretty big sophomore, Tyler, and very physical, developed, and you can see from that swing,
well,
big swing.
If he's an 18-year-old sophomore, he's going to miss out on that second signing, right? You got to get to the second contract. By the time he gets there, he's going to be too old for that second contract.
That's how it used to be in baseball, right? I mean, if you weren't picked up by the time you're 18 years old, they're not going to sniff you as much if you're coming out of college at 21, 22.
Falcons might be interested, Ty. They take those older quarterbacks when they already have a quarterback. Swung on. This one's going to be fouled off to right field. It's to Rocher. That ball will go out of play. So 13-2 the score. Back-to-back 6-run innings here for Maple Mountain. They're now 3 outs away from ending this one early. Score 13-2. Ty, we've seen the 1.8 ERA that Maple Mountain brags about, but they've done it in the box today. That's now 12 hits on the day for Maple Mountain. And what I've been impressed with, Ty, is going to all areas of the field. Chrisman has, of course, a shot to left field, but Walker's gone the opposite way. Rocher has had a single to every part of the park today, left field, center field, right field. That's really how you win games in high school.
Yeah.
If you can go the opposite way and go through that 3-4 hole, go to right field, you're going to find ways to score runs.
And in the pregame, we talked about that. That was the question that you and I felt like we wanted answered with this Maple Mountain team after the first game. It didn't feel like their bats were showing they were contenders. Knew their arms, knew their ability, Tyler, but if their bats can come along, you can see why they're the team that potentially could be the one to beat.
The 2-1 misses outside. 3-1 now the count. Rocher 3 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. Singled to left field, center field, and right field. His right field hit was his last one. 3-1, big swing and a miss for strike 2. Fills up the count at full, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
He wanted to follow Chrisman on that swing, didn't he, Ty? That was open up and try to elevate to celebrate.
Wind blowing in from left field on that last home run as well, Ty, no doubter. Payoff pitch, gets the inside corner. Livingston has his first strikeout, only the second strikeout of the game for Wasatch, and that puts 2 outs on the board.
Rocher tried to sell that as a walk, Tyler, when that came across, but that one's good all the way. We've seen balls more inside called for a strike today. Kind of stopped like he was stunned, but you know as the pitcher on the other side, he would have been frustrated if he didn't get that call. It's a great spot from Max.
Brings up the shortstop Hyatt, walk, and a line out to third base in his last at bat, so 0 for 1 today. He'll take ball 1. I would ask you, if you were to pick you win the sweepstakes, you're allowed to go watch any NHL team. But, Ty, do you have an NHL team?
I got to learn more about it, Ty. I don't know enough about the NHL team.
Got Connor McDavid up in Edmonton.
Gretzky, can we go watch him still? Is that one? He probably still has it.
He probably does, actually. The 1-1, it's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Bukad charges, fields it clean, throws it across the diamond in time. Wasatch will need to score 2 runs to extend the ball game as Maple put 6 runs on the board and 5 hits, no errors, nobody left on base. It's 13-2 going into the 5th.
The score is Wasatch.
Are you ready for lunch? Well, the Dairy King, home of the train, is serving the best foods with friends and family in the Valley and have been the winner of Best of State for 19 years. They've recently been named the official Best of Utah for their milkshakes. You've got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot, or you can try a turkey breast sandwich that tickles the taste buds. They've proudly been serving the Heber Valley for 75 years. That's the Dairy King, home of the train, serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
A Attention all sideliners. Economists and investors have said recently, if you are saving money and waiting to buy, I'd reconsider even at current interest rates. Reports have shown that the masses move or not move based on the behavior of interest rates. This is sidelining in our current environment. With most people using this information as their playbook, it leaves everyone doing the same thing at the same time, resulting in a basic but serious future crisis of supply and demand. So, come see me at Guild Mortgage and let's put you in the game.
Tom Stone, MLS 257849. Guild Mortgage Company is an equal housing lender. MLS 3274. All loans are subject to underwriter approval. Terms and conditions may apply. Subject to change without notice.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Top of the fifth inning brought to you by Physical at the Fit Stop. Do you sometimes feel dizzy or unstable? If so, Physical at the Fit Stop has good news. Falls are preventable. Call Physical at 435-654-5607 for a free fall risk assessment. Let's see how you can improve balance and regain your freedom.
Carter Boucard comes up 0 for 2 today with an RBI. Lined out to center field and had a fielder's choice ground out. Did they call strike one on that?
Yeah, I think they had him on the check swing, Ty.
We'll disagree on that one. Carter Boucard looks at the umpire. Umpire had an explanation for him. 0-1 the count. That one's going to be swung on, elevated to shallow right field. Right fielder started back, now comes from hustling up and makes the play. One away.
Yeah, he made that a little harder than it should have been, didn't he? Had to really sprint on that ball to come close the gap. Was able to get it with enough time to spare, though.
Blake Swipe comes up. A couple of good barrels in the game today. Was able to reach second base on a drop ball in the left center field gap by Averett, and then singled down the right field line that brought in a run. Hitting above 304, has had a good series in the box here against Maple Mountain. Comes up with one away, takes strike one. Riker Evans on deck. Rocher comes set, delivers, and a swing and a miss for strike two. No balls, 2 strikes.
Rocher's getting better as the game goes along, Ty. That's a really good spot. Down and out. Good movement on that fastball, too.
The 0-2, and does he get the outside corner? Pretty good pitch. Doesn't get the call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Comes set, delivers. And that one is in there for a strike. So strike 3
That's
looking.
Another strikeout for
Third
Jake Rocher.
strikeout of the game
Eagle.
for Rocher. Second one looking, and Wasatch is down to their final out. It'll be the first baseman, Evans. Reached by a hit by pitch in his first at bat and then grounded out to the shortstop in his second at bat. Kyron Stocking on deck for Wasatch. Big swing and a miss for strike 1. On a fastball. Working out of the stretch is Rocher. The pitch. And goes with the off speed that misses outside for ball 1. 13-2 the score. This will be the final out for Wasatch unless they can extend it and try to get 2 runs here in the last out. That one's in there for another strike. Moves the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rocher comes set, delivers. Evans gets a piece, stays alive, keeps count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Shrugs, delivers the 1-2. It's going to be a lazy ground ball to the second baseman. Thomas fields it clean, and will throw it to first base, and that'll do it. Maple Mountain gets the 10-run rule win, 13-2.
Game, your final score.
We'll go ahead and take a break and be back with your Timberline Ace Hardware postgame show after this.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Why would you wander around a warehouse store looking for paint when you could just swing by your neighborhood Ace? In addition to Ace's award-winning service, we have top-rated paint brands. Plus, our color matching technology allows us to match any color. So stop wandering and start painting. Head to your neighborhood Ace today.
Timberline Ace Hardware, serving the Heber Valley for over 50 years, is conveniently located at 737 South Main Street in the heart of Heber City.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP Heber City and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Time for your Timberline Ace Hardware post-game show. Timberline Ace Hardware, located right here in Heber City, is your locally owned Ace Hardware. We are committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers personal service, quality products, and a convenient shopping experience from local experts who know you best. Ty, go ahead and throw it over to you for the Gordon Law Group game summary.
Well, Wasatch falls 13-2 in this one to Maple Mountain, Tyler, but it wasn't one that was all Maple Mountain. Wasatch actually had a 2-1 lead into the third inning, but then Maple Mountain flexed their muscles and put 6 runs on the board in the bottom of the third and 6 runs in the bottom of the fourth to blow this one wide open, Ty. So I want to highlight just early on, Maple Mountain was able to get 1 across the board in the first inning, stringing together a couple hits on Zach Burdette and got up 1-0, but Wasatch responded right back in the top of the second, Ty, and it was a nice piece of hitting from a lot of Wasatch players. Blake Sweat was able to get a single in the inning, as well as Carter Bucad, a fielder's choice, that brought in a run. In fact, I'm working kind of backwards. Let me start from the beginning. Fowler got going, Tyler, by walking in the inning, and then Bradshaw was able to get a single. Dahl got a single, and then Bucad drove in the first run with a fielder's choice, and then Sweat was able to single to drive in the second run. So Wasatch, with 3 hits in the inning, was able to take a 2-1 lead. Unfortunately, after that point, they didn't get another hit on the board, and that's really the story of the game here, Tyler. Wasatch goes hitless in the third, fourth, and fifth inning, while Maple Mountain ends up putting 10 hits on the board between those 2 innings and getting 6 runs on each inning, and Maple Mountain's going to get the 13-2 win. Wasatch started with Zach Burdette, who did a good job on the mound for the Wasps, Tyler. He was pulled in the third inning. He ends up giving up 4 runs, did have 6 walks in those few runs pitched for Wasatch. Then Wasatch turned to Riker Evans, who was driven out of the game after only about an inning played, and then Max Livingston came on with a little relief there too, Tyler. As far as the offensive standouts and your Bank of Utah Offensive Player of the game, that's going to go to Blake Sweat, who had an RBI, Tyler, and had a single, as well as had a disputed double. Maple Mountain had it as a double in the book. We had it as an error on his first one, but either way, a great barrel, and Sweat's going to be your Bank of Utah Offensive Player of the game for Wasatch.
That's your Gordon Law Group game recap, your Bank of Utah Player or Standout Performer of the game, and lastly, your Good Spot A moment of the game.
Well, Ty, I thought, I was ready to call it for Blake Sweat on that diving ball that I really thought he came up with, and they ended up calling it a single on that one. And so now you've got me kind of, because I had just wrote it down there as my play of the game on that one, Ty. But I do think we had some good plays here as far as being in the box competitive with our swings, and I liked Blake Sweat with the 1-2 count, Tyler. Runner on second base. Blake was able to get a nice little knock over the first baseman's head. So to me, that really was the play of the game. I thought it was the best moment for Wasatch baseball in this game here today, in a game that has a lot to be forgotten, losing 13-2.
We're back on the air Wednesday for Wasatch High School lacrosse at Springville High School, and then we'll be back home for Cedar Valley as Wasatch baseball will be taking on Cedar Valley at home Thursday and away on Friday. Wasatch loses 13-2. You've been listening to 94.5 The Peak.